I'll take questions.
Senior days are always emotional and difficult, and this one was as well. But the sadness and the emotion of those guys, you know, never playing here again, kind of gets wiped away by the way the game ended. You know what I mean? It's hard to. I tried. I wanted to cry, but gosh, it was hard. You know, I was feeling so good about it after that. But you know, first and foremost, you know, unbelievable credit goes to LaQuincy and Antoon. As I said the other day, and you saw it today, those guys have changed the perception of this program. They've changed the expectations of this program, which is fine. Which is, you know, they came Quince the year before Antoon with kind of a chip on his shoulder, and I think we've kind of adopted that a little bit as a program that will compete against anybody, anywhere, and you know, may not always get it done, but they're going to know they went against someone that was tough and competitive. You know, you saw today Florida State wins the ACC, Utah State wins the Mountain West in the tournament. Those guys wanted to play high-level teams in the non-conference. We did that. We keep scratching and clawing within the league, even with all the adversity that we face. And those two guys brought it every single day. And they did it not just as basketball players. They're great students. They're both graduating. They represent our program the right way in every fame and fashion. They were just tremendous. And, you know, I said in the locker room, it hasn't always been easy because we have faced some disappointing times. And that creates some frustration. And families fight, but families stick together. And we had to stick together to the very end today. And I challenged the underclassmen to make this day a memorable day for those two seniors, something for them to remember the rest of their lives. I think they will. I think they will. And, you know, we competed our butt off. It wasn't pretty at times, but we competed to the very end.
It's almost poetic justice for LaQuincy to hit that final three. What was that last possession? And, you know,
yeah, you know, I mean, we did a really good job in our pressure. Did a really good job on the first baseline out of bounds to get Zach a wide open three. He just missed it. I told the guys, hey, really good decision, good execution. Then we get the next one on the baseline out of bounds, and we run cookie 4. I told LaQuincy to look for the cookie jar, and that was JB in the cookie jar, and then we got an and-1 on that. And then, you know, we did a good job on the next possession with the foul, you know, the foul. We took a chance on the free throw by taking out all our bigs, because with 7 seconds, 8 seconds left, we were going to get a chance to bring the ball down the court. And I just wanted to spread it and go. If we needed 2, maybe take the 2, but they did a good job of getting their chest in front of Q, and he rose up right in front of me, and I'm just telling you, it's just one of those things. As soon as he let go of the ball, it was in. As soon as he let go, you could tell it was in, you know. He's got a knack for those things. You guys have seen it for 2 years. Pulls a rabbit out of his hat a little bit. But what a way to end it. What a way to end it, you know. And, yeah, he'll remember that one for his whole life.
Meanwhile, Antoon put the team on their shoulders early on.
Right. We don't get to that point without Antoon. You know, it's funny. I said, I was mad at him. He missed 2 shots. The first 2 shots of the game were right around the basket. I said, come on, man, it's your senior night. You got to make those. Then he doesn't miss the rest of the game, you know. But, you know, he's been an unsung hero for us all year long because of the injury and the May and Kerr situation. He's had to make a big sacrifice. You know, because of the situation, it's hard to play those 2 guys together. Because if you get in foul trouble, you don't have anybody, and he's never complained 1 second. He's an ultimate team guy, and the best part is he's gotten better, you know, and he's a much better player now than he was in the beginning of the season, and he's got a bright future in front of him. I love that kid, man. He is a special young man.
Coach, what about your game plan for Kendrick Davis?
Yeah, so, we changed our ball screen coverage from game one. Wanted to keep him in front of us. We even switched, even with our 5-man at times. Again, I trust Mike. I trust Antune switching onto a guard. I just thought, Castaneda did a great job on him. Again, kind of goes unnoticed, the job he did. Because, Kendrick Davis he's an all-league player now. He's an all-league, he'll be on the all-league team. Guaranteed. And Castaneda did a great job on him today.
It's noticeable you only had a half dozen turnovers.
Makes a big difference. We couldn't throw the ball into the ocean for a while, but at least when you take care of the ball, you get shots up on the rim. If you don't make it, you got a chance for an offensive rebound. But even more importantly, you got a chance to get back and get set on defense. It's when you turn the ball over and they're bum rushing you and you're not back, that just, it's a double whammy. You got nothing on offense and it puts your defense in a tough spot. When we don't turn the ball over, we're able to, defend much better. Getting old, 38% from the field, 25% from the three, and we forced 18 turnovers. That's because we were able to get set defensively, so it's interesting. It's not always just the shooting. For us, it's the turnovers because it impacts so many other areas that are so important to us.
Going back to that last half a minute,
Yep.
no run doesn't seem like it should even be possible on paper. Does the resiliency even begin to describe what you guys did?
Yeah, I mean, it is almost impossible. I'm going to have to watch it because right now I can't even tell you everything that happened. You know what I mean? But our guys, you could see it though. There was no panic. There was no one took a bad shot. They're smart. Our guys are smart. Until we tell them we need a 3, they won't settle for the 3. You know what I mean? Unless it's a wide open look. Ray had one in the corner and Zach had one at the top of the key in the blob. Other than that, we were going to the basket. We were attacking the basket. Even the cookie 4 play is for more of a layup. We have a secondary action, but if the cookie jar's open, you got to take the cookie. And that's exactly what he did. And we didn't need a 3 there. If we could get 2 and extend the game, they had not shot well from the free throw line the whole game. So you got to play your percentages a little bit, and it worked. It worked out today.
Is this probably the most memorable senior night that you've ever coached?
It'd be hard to top. And maybe more so than anything, it's hard to compare because every senior group goes through different things. You know what I mean? Every senior group goes through different things. My first recruiting class at Georgia Tech was the last group I coached, and we played a top 25 team, Pittsburgh, and we had played really well during the second half of the ACC. That was a special group, because they went through the crap with me. You know what I mean? I had some special groups at Dayton as well as an assistant. None of them have ever ended like that. I can promise you that. But when push comes to shove, when those two guys take a step back and they look at the tone they set for this program, it's incredible. We go through all this stuff this year. We just won our 7th game in the league. We only won 8 last year. You know what I mean? And, we got great fans. They didn't count us out. They kept coming, and our guys obviously didn't either. And the league is better. The league is deeper. And we had all the stuff we had to go through. In a lot of ways, our guys took another big step forward as a program, and that was led by those 2 seniors.
Is there anything else?